Are we recording?
Weekends are not for showers.
Spitting on the ones and twos.
Wait, are we gonna get copyright infringement for that?
Welcome to Hey Sister, Soul Sister.
We're really relying on our editors to do a good job.
Hello, everybody. That was like a really weak hello, everybody. Am I not uploading? Is it taking too long?
Weird.
Anyways.
Mine's there. Mine's good. It's there.
It's not
There
showing.
it is.
Oh, there it is.
It took a
I don't
minute.
know why
Mine was on 0 forever. I was like,
I know. I was like, what's going on? It's usually faster.
Yeah.
Faster. Guys, we're just, recording at a different time. Our internets are acting up, evidently. It's, we're just going through a vortex and of a change.
There it goes.
Of a change.
It's picking up. It's picking up.
It's picking up. It's picking up.
There
Oh,
it is.
95%,
There it
86.
is.
We're good. We're good. We're good. There's
good.
no delay. Anyways, welcome to Hey Sister, Soul Sister. That is the mood we want to be in. I'm Erica.
And I am Leia.
And do we have a show for you? That's what we say all the
So
time.
many
We never
things.
plan it.
So many things.
So many things. But welcome to our shit show.
Did you say our
today-
shit show?
Yeah, it's a shit show today. Even though, I have some topics
We've
like
got
here.
topics.
We have topics. But if you guys notice, I am recording in a different location. Let me just get out of the camera's way. I don't know if you guys could see it because I have the ring light on, but I have plants in the background.
Welcome to her home.
Yeah, welcome to my home. As I went yesterday and went on like a plant, purchase maniac, and I still want to buy more. I saw that Costco has this like tree that I want. What is it called? It's called
Tree.
yeah, it's like a indoor tree. It's called a vital leaf fig tree. Fiddle. FIDDLE.
Yeah, fiddle.
Leaf. Yeah, and they're only $36 at Costco.
Mm.
But someone that posted it lives in LA, and I don't live in LA, so I'm not about to drive 15 miles to Costco to figure that out. So
Maybe
next
call
Saturday.
them.
Yeah, next Saturday I'll be in the vicinity, so
Okay, there we
I'll
go.
probably go check it out.
I
And if
dig.
it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Maybe.
If it's not, it's not. As I get my studio ready to record and present to you guys.
For our
There's
YouTube,
a lot of things.
for our YouTube people, I'm not naked.
For you to-
I mean, I'm just so letting you know I'm not. I mean, I am wearing a shirt. I'm just looking at myself. I'm like, "Oh, I look naked again. It's just the way this thing is cut. See, and my hair covers it, and then of course my soundproofing thing covers the rest. So I'm like, I'm not naked, guys. It's not that kind of show. It's not that kind of show.
But it can be.
I don't think it's on brand.
It isn't. But we could go there.
We could go there.
We could go there.
If we really wanted to.
You know what they say, sex sells. I'm single. I can do whatever I want with my body.
Whatever. I'm not. I just have to, account for someone else.
Yeah, you have to be respectful of their needs. I don't have to respect anybody except for myself.
Yes, girl. Live the life. Live that life. Wow. Where should we begin? We've got
I don't
so
know.
much.
Yeah, I have like 2 big topics I want to talk about.
Okay. Well,
Just kind of little-
can we start with my morning? Let me start with my morning.
Yes, let's start with your morning.
Okay. So this topic has just kind of fresh from this morning, guys.
Yeah.
I have been going to I found my new favorite coffee shop. It's called Aware Coffee, and it's like bougie coffee. And I love it.
Isn't bougie coffee the best? Though?
Bougie coffee is
The best.
so good because there's always like fanciness. There's like lavender and honey. They have bourbon. They have like matcha, which isn't everywhere. It's like legit good matcha. So
I love matcha.
I love matcha. It's not like I don't know, like low grade matcha. This stuff is legit. And they make their own like purees and syrups and boba, and everything's just like in house. And I love Bouge. So I've been going there. This is my first solid weekend going. I am pedal to the metal with my dissertation, and we will get to that in my struggles. But I'm there, and it's like, I'm there at like today at 8, but I want to get there at 7. So I'm there pretty early in the morning as soon as they, open, so I can get a seat by, at a table near one of those like outlets. I'm sitting, and like this couple walks in, and it's early in the morning. It's before the like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. rush. There's plenty of seats. There's chairs galore. There's just chairs of an abundance at this place early in the morning. This couple walks in, they take their order, and she chooses to sit on his lap. And I'm like, all right, cool. Do you guys? Do you? I will tip my hat. And then they start like kissing and making out. And I'm like I'm facing them. So they're like right above my view on my laptop. And I'm like, guys, you're distracting me. Like, I know, I get it. You're into it. You're into each other. I gotcha. But it's really early, and I'm already using up all my brain power for this thing, and I just cannot. I can't even process. Like, and I couldn't like keep my eyes off them. I know I'm such a creeper, but it's in my face. I couldn't stop looking.
Yeah, if they're making out in front of you, they're there for display. You're supposed to look. You know?
I'm just like,
it's there.
It's like, called.
If you're gonna, if you're in public, expect people to look.
Yes.
Don't expect people not to look.
It is.
You're gonna look. It's not like you're peeping through their windows.
No,
right in front of you.
You are not in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's like a good makeout session. And I'm just like, like, it is early. Most people haven't had breakfast yet. Like, come on. I mean, this is like my selfish dialogue in my head. I'm just like, I'm trying to work here, y'all. I'm trying to work. I'm trying not to be distracted, and I'm just getting a full-on show. So I guess my question is, when is PDA too much? Like, when is it too much?
Well, that is too much. Like, I think, like, if she just went over and gave him, like, a peck.
Right.
She sat next to him.
We do that. That's
and
cool.
then, like, hold hands.
Sure.
Like, that's cute. Hug each other. Like, little, like, little affection that you would do in front of children.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of showing that you care.
Yes.
But when you're full on, like, if you're sitting on him, making out... It's like, okay, well, just go to the fucking room. Like, wait.
But
like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. It's a little too much.
I'm in agreements with that. Like, I think there's a time and place, and
If they were at a club in Vegas,
oh Lord,
that's like tamed,
We
all know what happens.
We have all been there. Am I right? Like, we have all been there in Vegas, in the darkness and completely inebriated, like making out with someone. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. So, but this was like pre-breakfast time, pre-brunch. And I was like,
at a coffee shop.
At a coffee shop of all places.
This is not like a Vegas club.
No.
It's a coffee shop.
I think I'm with you. There's a time and place. And I mean, more power to you guys if you're that, like, I guess if you're open. And like, just, I don't even think it's about openness. I just think it's like, you got to account for your environment and the people around you. Yeah.
Don't put off a show. Don't put on a show, I mean.
It felt a little showy, to be honest. And like, I was looking at my fellow laptop people at like the row of tables. And I'm like, y'all, like, y'all see this? Like, because we're all facing them. Like, it's just like a panel, a row of people with their laptops facing them, because that's booked. Like, that was all full because you got to get there early. This is a really popular place apparently,
Yeah.
And so you got to get your seats and you're just facing everyone else. And it's like, I see you. I see you. And I can't unsee you. So I would really like to focus. Thank goodness they took it to go. But they walked out of this place not holding hands. Like when they walked out,
was there ass grabbing?
nothing. Like, well, it was very like rubby, like you're with your both your hands and rubbing backs and stuff. So no ass grabs. But as they walked away, like they didn't even hold hands, and I was like, I'm confused. What just happened here? Yeah. So they walked to like this place, which I think I got to take you to. I think it's called the Cracked Egg. And that place is popping for breakfast and brunch. Really? Like every time I've been to this place is like jam packed. People are waiting. That's where they went. And I was like, you guys going to make out over there in front of like all the children?
They're going to feed each other like sexual feed. They're gonna have like a sexual eating session in front of all the children. Like, they're gonna have like the spoon, like.
Oh God!
I wish I had spoons around me. I don't. I just have my pen, but I don't want to lick it. You know, like
that's gonna be a meme.
Yeah, as I write notes and all that. Guys, if you guys are watching the YouTube, I noticed in some of the videos that like sometimes I'm like looking down and it looks like I'm not paying attention. I'm writing notes.
She's just trying to remember. She's trying to remember the next thing. Yes. So you're good.
Yeah. So PDA, like there's the cute PDA, you know, and then there's like the over the top, like probably rated R, rated X PDA.
It was
like needs to not be in public.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if you're in a corner, like hiding by trees, you know, maybe that's still kind of pushing it, but at least like you're trying to be like sneaky about it. And my bad if I go in the bushes, you'll pee. I see you guys having sex. But you know, like if you're in a coffee shop with a row of people in their laptops, they're gonna look up. Like I'm a fucking nosy ass bitch. I love people watching, so of course I'm gonna stare, and I'm gonna be like blunt about it. I'm gonna be like. Popcorn. Give me my popcorn.
Oh, Lord. I mean,
Lord have
mercy. That was my morning. Yeah.
That kind of seems suckamundo.
Yeah.
Well, not really. It was just
kind of like
funny. Speaking of funny things to observe.
Yes.
I was driving and I was stuck in traffic. There's this like area that always kind of, because it goes down to like one lane, goes from like 2 lanes to 1 lane for like a little bit. And the car next to me, so I turn around, this car next to me is like 2 older women. They're like, you could tell that they're gonna go like hiking or something because it was like early morning, and they were just talking. And then all of a sudden the passenger starts, like, I see her, she starts curling these weights inside the car. I was like random. Like it was like a 5-pound, 10-pound dumbbell, but still I was like, wait, is she really doing that? She's like talking to her friend that's driving. She's like,
she's ready.
Curly. I was like, wow.
She's ready.
You know, I love my fitness. But I don't love my fitness like that. And I just like, because the traffic was so slow, I just like pulled out my phone and like put weights in car. I have to talk about this in the podcast. And I was just like, what?
You get it, girl. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't think I have. I've packed my weights like to trips to California, but like, I don't think I've actually used my weights. In the car.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't even pack my weights because most of the time, like, well, because when you go to California, you're like with family. And all
they're
that.
like, yeah.
Yeah. So when I travel, I'm like there with friends and hanging out with you, like you guys. That I don't like. I think I packed like those bands, resistant bands, and I didn't use them. When I'm with friends. If I travel for work, I'll take my bands if like I don't know what the hotel situation is like, or I'll work out in the hotel, but I've never packed my weights.
Yeah.
Even if I'm driving, I just never do unless I know that I'm going to be able to work out, but that never happens.
Yeah,
usually we're eating and drinking.
Yeah. We're on the go. Yeah.
We're on the go. Except for this last time when I was with you, we went to Hot Works.
Oh
That was
yes,
just
that
part
was
of like
so good.
part of the experience, which I loved. I
So
loved because
good.
it just yeah. Well, I got back home and all of a sudden I'm doing my workouts and I feel like I'd been working out for years. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm in better shape. And then like when you do the stretch where you like stretch out your thigh
Mm-hmm.
when you're like standing up and you put your feet back, like
Mm.
I could touch my heel to my butt, no problem. But I've always been pretty
What? That's
flexible. Yeah,
awesome.
I've always been pretty flexible. During COVID, I lost a lot of my
Oh,
mobility.
for sure.
But I've been slowly gaining it back,
Yeah.
and like I don't know what happened since the breakup. Everything just has
Release.
been releasing. Like end of February, all of a
Releasing.
sudden, I was like, "Oh my god, I could do things I didn't know I could do or wasn't
Yeah.
able to do before." So
Yeah.
there was just a lot of.
I just did
changes
one
happening.
of the stretches because I lost so much mobility. I think just not just COVID, but just in my time living on the East Coast. One, I had like a longer commutes. Traffic was crazy in comparison to where I used to live, and so I spent a lot of time. I got promoted, so I spent a lot more time sitting than I had in the past. And so I think just over the years, and then there was a 2-year period that I didn't work out at all. Well, who was I? Like, I did not.
didn't?
Yeah. So I lost a lot. So I'm working my way back. But what I noticed this past week, that stretch where like you take one leg, you put it over the other, and then you bend down.
Cross?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cross
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do that, and I did that this week. I was like, ooh, we're getting somewhere. We're doing the thing. We're starting to be like super mobile. The other thing is like climbing up downstairs has been like so good. So good. Like new level. But anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, and stretching is one of the quickest things you could do as long as you do it
Mama
on
love.
a daily. So,
Mama love.
so keep
But I
do
think
it on a daily.
that's why I love Amwala Caesar's workouts. Because he's so into mobility and movement.
I know, but they're so long.
So good. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
they're so long. Like I gave up on 6:45 because I was like, I'm tired. It's so long. I need more. I need
you
more
need like fast
party.
pace.
Yeah, I need more fast pace. And it was good while it lasted, but I think the hot works, and then I've always been pretty flexible, so now I could go back into my other workouts and like go back into my other workouts and then like just be like good, like my mobility is like coming back. So
Yes.
I'm really excited for that. I feel good.
Same.
I feel really, really good and energized.
Yay.
God, I was going somewhere with something and I think I derailed. Oh well. As I listen back to this, I'll be like,
Oh, there it
well,
is.
that's what I was trying to say. But where should we go next? I was like, where should we go next? Oh, I have another like something. Maybe that should be my high vibe.
Okay.
Put that as my high vibe because I think that's a high vibe. I have like 3 high vibes.
Ooh, I like it.
But rewind. So I was listening to our audio from last week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what was wrong with the mic, but there was some issues, and I tried to take some stuff out, but then I noticed like I took a lot of it out. But then towards the middle, it got like janky again. We were using like a mic that I left at Leia's house, and I don't know if I didn't plug it in right or what was going on. But
and we were together.
we were together, yeah. So most of the audio was able to save, but there was some parts. If you guys listened to the podcast, you guys may have heard it. It was like a little bit in the middle and a little bit in the beginning.
Wow.
But like I took out a lot, like 95% of it. I was
Dang,
like, oh my God.
That's impressive.
And yeah, I was pretty impressed with myself on that one. I'm glad I was able to take it out. I was like, shit, this is horrible audio. You know how because it was just like, it was like a fan buzzing noise in the background. It was loud. It was like,
I don't think we had ours on. I don't think we had it on last week, the fan. But
no, it wasn't like it was definitely not a fan noise. It was like a buzzing. It was like
interesting.
Yeah, electronic. Weird. I don't know. It was something with the mic.
Oh,
I don't know if it was dropped or just because it.
I don't know. It had been in the closet for a while.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So we won't use that mic next time I'm there together.
Right.
That's what we'll do. the topic. So Leia texts me a topic.
I'm debating on where I want to use it, but I guess we can use it now. Yeah, we can. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and use it now. So, oh yeah, because Eric and I think we mentioned this last week. We want to chronicle our first year in our 40s, or maybe like that journey in general. So this is, we don't know what to call this yet, but like, our 40th year journey. So I have been, as most of you know, if you've been listening to the pod, I have been on a declaration that I'm aging backwards this year, and it's kind of brought up all the shit that I needed to take care of. So medically, physically. So I've been seeing all the doctors, all the specialists, all the things. And every time I have seen a doctor, I have all women doctors. I mean, no offense to the men, but like I just connect with my ladies a little bit better. They get this body. They get what we go through. So I was somewhat intentional about who I was picking. But my cardiologist, and everything's fine, guys. I just have family history. So we want to like rule out anything with the heart. So nothing crazy, nothing to worry about. So I met her this week. And she is like this cute woman of color. I don't know. She's from like South Asia. Like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess where. So I'm not gonna guess. But she's like young and like we, connected, and it's made me think. And she didn't, none of my doctors have told me to lose weight. One,
Nice.
which I think is amazing because I think it's just freaking diet culture, all the things. Like, it's just like a brainwashed old school way of being around health and how to take care of yourself. None of them. And I have some like hormonal issues that every single doctor before was like, lose weight and it'll fix everything. I'm like, okay. None of them has said. So I'm like, okay, so they're younger, all the things. And there are these so I met my cardiologist, and then I started to realize, holy shit, my gynecologist is also like young and like cool and whatever. And so is my primary care provider. All cool women of color, like doing the damn thing. And I just realized, when did my doctors get so young? And then I realized, oh shit, they're not young. They're 40. They're like my age. Like, they're not... They're like, no, they're just my peers now. They're like people, like they're like our homies because they're our age. And it just like dawned on me because for the majority of our lives, our physicians have been older than us. Yeah, they're all, they're older than us and whatever. But it's the first realization that I had that I was like, oh shit, they're not young. They're just my peers. They're like professionals doing their thing that are my age. Of course. Like, wow. And it's a cool experience because these women I've related more to than any other doctors that I've had in the past. And I think maybe it's all like, one, they look like me. Like, they look like me. They're in my age group. They get what I'm going through physiologically. And hormonally, like just things that are happening with my body right now, they're getting because they're likely going through it too. And I think it's a whole unique experience that I don't think I've ever had before, because most of my doctors in the past have been a bit older and kind of, and I'm not sure, I don't know how like thumb to the pulse they are. Like, are they like
thumb to the pulse?
Like, are they hip? Are they like, like they kind of got a good gauge on what's going on? Or are they like out of date or like out of,
like old practices?
Yeah, old practices. I've retired 2 gynecologists in the time that I was in DC. Like, that's how old, and they were both male. And also we're really pushing hormonal like intervention, like the IUD for a lot of my symptoms. I'm like, no, I already like I'm not going to negate your education and all the work you've put in, but I want someone who's at least willing, willing to see like other more naturopathic ways to treat this. Because I don't believe it. I'm just unwilling to just mask my symptoms. I want to actually deal with the things that are going on.
You actually want to cure what's going on.
Like let's get to the underlying issue. Yeah. So I've retired 2 of them, 2 gynecologists in 6 years. Like one retired and then the other one recently retired. And I'm just like, I mean, my primary care provider in DC, I loved her. She was so great. She's kind of badass. But also kind of really like quick fix. You know, it's just like, here, let's give you medication. Let's give you like some hormones. Let's, you know, like just think, let's have you like lose weight. And like, I need someone with a broader perspective that's willing to listen to me. And I think I've found that in like the team that I have right now. So I'm very excited, guys. Good. I'm very excited. Yeah, but that was my realization. My first 40th realization is that I'm now in their peer group. Or we are in the same peer group as all these like professionals. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
FYI, you may hear my dog snoring. That's why.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
He's like snoring. I'm in the living room.
Now I hear him.
He's in the background. He fell asleep.
Oh,
in his little
baby.
bed and he's snoring.
That's okay.
And I'm just like, rude. I'm recording a podcast.
I don't hear him anymore, but that just could be.
He kind of stopped right now. He stopped breathing. I'm just kidding.
No. Stop snoring.
Oh, no, there he goes again. No, that's cool. My doctor's older. I probably need a new doctor. But she, you know, I don't know. Like, I'm like, whatever about her. She's like medium. You know, because sometimes she doesn't push stuff, but then sometimes like, I mean, I did this whole like the first time I went to her with like stress, like she didn't give me the time off because it was like stress caused by work. But this other time, like with the breakup, I took the leave. But then she prescribed me like antidepressants and I ended up not taking them. And then when I went back, she's like, yeah, you don't really need them. I was like, then why did you prescribe them to me? Like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, okay. And then I did this like sleep study that I didn't need because I was telling her that I couldn't sleep and I couldn't do things because I was stressed out. And she's like, well, it sounds like you have sleep apnea. I was like, I don't have sleep apnea. I'm fucking stressed. This is why I can't sleep. I'm fucking stressed. And, you know, I didn't have sleep apnea. And I was just like, okay, well, I wasted, like, I have to, out of pocket, I have to pay a certain amount, you know? And I have, like, they changed, I don't know. It was just, like, this whole thing, like, ugh, anyways, whatever. Side tangent. I need somebody else. But for right now, I'm too lazy to look, so eventually
it was a lot of hard work. Like, the medical, that's a whole other episode, but yeah, it took me a long time to find a medical group that.
Yeah. I don't even know how I got mine. I think I just, like, went to them and it was, like, assigned because it's, like, a medical group. It's the Palo Alto medical group. Oh, yeah,
same.
Yeah, under Sutter Health or whatever. Yeah. And then I just got assigned, like, her. Oh. So.
I looked, but, yeah. This area, it's... It's crazy. It's a whole nother episode. So
I don't want to look. I don't want to look. So whatever. Word. Okay. So I've been 40 for a week now. It's been okay. I think I've been more depressed that I'm 40. Guys, I'm newly single and it's just kind of like messing with my mind, you know? Like, but I was like thinking the other day, I was like, maybe I should just talk about this on TikTok and then like see what happens. Because I mean, I'm just saying I'm 29. That's it. Like, I bought an eye cream because like I don't have wrinkles yet. So I'm just gonna like keep applying that eye cream and like, you know, using all the things and eventually get plastic surgery so I continue to look young. I'm just gonna say as long as I keep saying I'm 29, I think I'll be okay until Mother Nature decides what it wants to do with me. But
Well,
whatever.
like our Mama Chi, who is like our
Yeah.
astrologist, she says all the time, age is an energy. So
Yeah.
a
I do
little-
not have the energy of a 40-year-old. I have the energy of I have a lot of energy.
I mean, it's all relative, right? Because I want J-Lo's energy. Like, she looks like she's
Yeah.
fucking aging backwards. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm aging backwards.
Yeah.
Or I'm like just capsulating myself. I'm going to look like this for like 30 years. You said something that triggered something, like reminded me of something, and then I completely forgot.
Oh.
So it's out of mind.
See, this is why she
But
writes shit down, guys.
this is why I write things down, because things are just popping in my head. And right now we're recording later because you're writing your dissertation early, and I feel like I'm a little bit off my game. Like I'm
Oh,
like, what?
okay.
Maybe
We
it's
don't
the
have
new
to keep.
location. Or
Yeah, we don't have to keep it at this time. Something I wanted
No,
to try
no,
out.
we're playing with it, you
Yeah.
know. Like I think some days I may have plans, so we can't do it at this time, or whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just kind of out of it. I'm just kind of out of it, guys. Hello, I'm going. That's my struggle. I'm gonna jump into my struggle.
Yes,
What is my struggle?
jump into it.
Fucking being single. I don't like being single, even though I was in a not toxic. I wasn't in a healthy relationship. I'm still like, I don't like being single. I don't like being alone. I need a roommate. I just need a roommate. I don't need a boyfriend. I need like a friend that's like with me 24/7 that's matching my energy all the time. Like we're just on the same wavelength. I don't like being alone for too long. I actually pretty much hate it. I'm a big extrovert, so that's that. So that's my struggle. I had another struggle.
I mean, that could just mean your social calendar is going to get really, really busy.
Yeah,
You just need
I
to
think
figure
so.
out what you're going to do.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm going back to work, which I hate my job, but I'm going back for the social aspect of it. So I'm going back tomorrow. Today's my last day of not working. I haven't worked for like 5 weeks. That's a long time. I don't even know like how to use my brain anymore. I'm just gonna tell my boss tomorrow, like, we gotta ease me into this because I'm gonna get a little bit overwhelmed. My brain isn't functioning as it used to. But the other thing I have on my list is flaky people. I hate as someone who needs people all the time, just tell me no right off the bat. Just say, you know what, I'm busy. Even if you're not busy, just fucking lie to me. But don't be flaky. Don't be like, oh, maybe, and then never get back to me. Just be upfront because I'll make plans. Like, don't worry about me. Just tell me, you know what? No, I don't feel like hanging out. Or just tell me you have plans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't be nice. Don't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But just don't be flaky. Don't be like wishy-washy. Just say, I'm busy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's it.
That's a good
That's
one.
it.
Because
That's it.
I would definitely agree because I'm more introverted than you are. I do like social interaction, but I need a recharge. Mama needs to recharge. So when I actually like go and make plans, I'd like for these people to be there. Because like for me, like I want, like, especially for people that like I'm close to, I want to see you. I want to see you. That's it. Especially post, I guess it's not really post COVID. I mean, it's still happening, but now that things are opening up, I just want to see my people. And so, I just get extra disappointed nowadays because the people that I'm agreeing to see, I actually want to see. And so when it doesn't like pan out, I just get extra disappointed. Yeah,
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I am.
Yeah.
I was like, make time for me. That's it. Or tell me no. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, just be honest with me. Don't give me a wishy-washy information.
Word.
Because, girl, I need to go plan. I need to plan. If you say no, okay, I'm on to the
On
next.
to the next.
On to the next. I love you. I want to see you. That's why you were first on my list, but, I'm gonna move on.
And I think that's how you'll feel when you feel ready to date again, is like the same kind of energy. It's like, just say no or you're busy. Don't say maybe, because I'm just going to go on to the next. Like, that's just
I
what
think,
it is.
if someone says maybe when I'm ready to date, I'd be like, okay, so that's a no.
Yeah.
I don't like
Don't take the
And just
maybes.
I'll just set my boundaries right away. I was like, look, I ain't got time to lose. Like, so a maybe is a no in my book. All right.
Yep. I'm just going to proceed.
Speaking of, I signed up for Bumble again. And then I got some matches. And then I realized, God, this seems exhausting. And then I deleted it. I didn't even reply back to the matches. And so I don't know. I'm not ready yet.
Maybe in a year from now, because like
maybe in a year.
That's Alex and I's story. Is like, we matched. I wasn't ready. I had just came out of my previous relationship. I just wasn't ready. I was still like angry. So I was like, you know what? This is not great.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like where I need to be. And then a year later, we matched again, and here we are.
Yeah.
So
it's not that I'm angry. It's just like I just feel exhausted already.
Oh,
like
it can be. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, it's exhausting, and like I'm like, I just want to go hang out with friends and have fun. And if I happen to meet somebody at my outings, Beautiful. Awesome. But I just want to focus more on like me, like hanging out with people in real life. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that we do on the internet, which I love, and it's not a bad thing. But it's just like, I think right now I'm in the headspace like I want to meet someone in real life, and I know it's harder. But I make friends very easily. I'm an extrovert, and I know my social calendar is going to start being very, very busy.
Very booked.
So I rather.
Well, next time you're here, we can go out. We can go be social. Because I know this trip was more like, let's go within and heal and do some healing. Yeah. But the next time you're here, we can actually like go and do something with other people.
Let's go do shit.
Yeah, we can do stuff.
Shit.
Word.
Let's go fucking get lit and party. We could party with water. I could party with water, guys. I don't need alcohol to have fun. Yeah. But yeah. So those are my struggles.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm just a train wreck.
I love it.
That's it.
I have a couple struggles, but I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
Just tack them off your list.
I think I don't know. Like, I don't know if we have time to do both, but like, well, I'll go with the one. So Erica doesn't like flaking. I don't like unexpected shit happening. So
no one does. I mean, I do, unless it's
I don't like
what recently happened to me. So no, I don't like that.
I don't like. Look, so obviously I moved. I've done my taxes, and then Virginia, the state of Virginia, decided that I owe them money, like $2,000. I am not down. I am not down for surprises. Like I lived in Maryland for 6 years and worked in Virginia for 6 years. Nothing in those 6 years have changed. But all of a sudden, my W-2s wanted to report Maryland and Virginia. So I got taxed in both. What the actual fuck? Give me a heads up, because I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So I'm a little annoyed. No, I'm a lot annoyed. I don't like the unexpected shit. Like, I don't like it. I'm a lot annoyed. I'm a lot. But on the flip side, I did work through a really deep wounded money mindset issues that was mirrored in this unexpected $2,000. My body, my entire body, my emotions, everything went into fight or flight. Like, it was like suddenly extreme fear that I wasn't going to have money. Like, it went from like 0 to 60 very quickly. And I had like the really intense emotional response about it. And it was just rude. And I'm so proud of myself because I was able to like notice it. I was like, whoa, this is like an intense reaction for your taxes. So like you need to like, I stopped everything I was doing because my default way of being is to push through it and just like go about my day and suppress the feeling. But I was like, no, you need to stop what you're doing right now and just sit and like like feel the emotion, sob if you need to, and then go in like, where is this coming from? Because you are scared shitless right now. Like it was like this really deep fear. And it just stemmed from like kind of generational, like not having enough, not having enough, not having enough. And then more recent wounding of you're irresponsible with money. You're not able to take care of yourself. Like you're not you're just not good enough. And so once I saw what was playing out in my emotions, I was like, oh shit. Like it was like this release because I knew it wasn't true. I was like, oh, I don't got to carry that anymore. That's not mine. Some of this is mine and I don't need to carry it either because it's not true. Like, and then I started to shift and like choose like, okay, well, I'm focusing on the things that are coming out. Like focus on my energy on what's coming in. And there is so much abundance coming in. And it just really put me in like a really calmer, safer state of mind in my body. Like my body really felt like it was like going to die. Like it was so scared. Like I can feel the fear physically and emotionally. So once I shifted, I like was able to calm my nervous system and just put my body in a place of calm and was ready to move forward. I'm just like so happy that like I've learned these like really amazing skills and done my own like healing on a bunch of different things. And I'm really proud of myself. So I feel really good today. But yesterday was a hard day. But today's really good. Once I like cleared all that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I feel really good. I feel safe. I feel like I've let go, and once I saw it, I was able to let it go and was able to like move on. So
yeah.
Feel pretty good. So I guess that was like, what? A struggle and a high vibe all put together?
Always.
The duality of life.
The duality of life. Yeah, speaking of duality. High vibe-ish. It's a duality one. I took myself on a date on Friday. And I called Leia because I like fell apart. I was just like crying. Hated every couple that I saw. I was like, fuck you guys. And then it was just like, and then I like saw my reflection and I just like all the negative stuff. But I'm glad I did it because I just needed to experience things and get myself out of my comfort zone. Because I hadn't been single for 15 years. And it sometimes you just need to force yourself, willpower yourself through things to get through the other side. And like you were talking about your money, you needed to feel the emotions, so I needed to feel some emotions and like release it so that when I do things again, it's not as sad or it's not as even like fearful, because even before I was or heavy, because even before I like left, I almost was like, oh, I should just stay home, because I started sorry, my washer's done.
Oh, is that yours?
I was like,
I almost thought it was ours. I was like,
as I was like leaving, like, or preparing getting ready to like leave the house to take myself on this date, I started getting like really nervous and scared and like anxious. Like I was really anxious, and there was nothing to be afraid of. I think it was just more like what it meant. Like there was so much meaning that I was putting behind it, other than like, I'm just going out by myself. And I used to do this all the time when I lived in LA. I used to go to like ride my bike by myself on the boardwalk. I used to go to like the Santa Monica promenade by myself all the time. Go to the mall by myself. I used to do all this stuff by myself. And like now, like, and I've done it since I was in a relationship. I was doing that stuff, but I think for me it was just totally different, because it was just like, oh, I'm single, and it's just like, what? And like being an extrovert and being by myself, it was just fucking with me like big time. And after I called Leia and walked up because I went to this place that like to get to the beach, like there's a bunch of shops, and then to get to the beach is all downhill. And I didn't really think about that until I was walking up and my ass was hurting, and I was like, "Whoo!" So I had called Leia, like I had just started my journey hike up, and I was like crying, and I was like in front of this really pretty house, not on purpose. It was just like I ended up there, and then these people, I'm like on the phone with Leia, and then these people come, and like are looking at the house, and I'm like, can't they tell I'm fucking crying? Like I need privacy. But anyways, like I was like, Leia, I can't talk to you right now. There's too many people around. So I kept walking up the hill, released all that energy as I was walking, and then I got to my car and felt better. So like, even though it sounds like there was a lot of struggles in there, it's a high vibe because I just moved through a lot of stuff, you know, and then, like, I mean, as I was walking to my car, I saw this couple, and they were so cute. And they were, like, the young couples, they weren't even, like, PDA. They were, like, holding hands. If they were holding hands, they were just walking side by side. It was, like, the least PDA couples you've ever seen. And then the older couple, they were sitting down, like, right next to each other at a restaurant outside. And, like, the lady just went to go give her man a kiss. And they were older. They were, like, I think, they looked older than me. They could have been my age or younger because a lot of people look older than me. But they were just so cute. And I was like so in love with them. And they had like 2 little cute puppies. And like, I guess I just felt their love. Yeah. But it was like, it didn't make me sad. It actually made me really happy. Like as I walked by, I think I like just smiled. And I think the girl saw me and she just smiled back at me. She's not a girl, she's a woman because she looked older than me. She could be my age or younger. But I thought that was really cute. And I was like, wow, what a difference a walk up a hill and a cry session makes. Man. There's hope.
100%.
And I got myself some crystals while I was there too. So the other high vibe, I have like 3 high vibes.
Love.
So the other high vibe I have is I'm just doing things to like make this house feel my own. I don't know why. I think I was telling Leia like when I got this house was more out of like I would say even scarcity when I got this house because we were living in this house that was a coworkers of mine, and when we moved into that house they didn't live there, but our roommate had left, and then the person that owned the house moved in. And I'm still friends with this person, but, you know, they moved back into their home and they started doing a lot of renovations. And it just kind of, you know, they didn't have to tell us, but we were still living there. And it was just kind of, it just started to feel less like a home. And so as we were looking for a new place to live, we realized that it was about the same or cheaper to pay a mortgage than it was to pay rent. And because I was able to pull out from my 401k and all that, I was able to have a down payment. So we got this house more out of necessity. And then when we got this house, like a lot of people were telling me like, oh, now you can't go on your trips. You can't do this. And I kind of felt imprisoned by this house and like trapped. And I felt like it was trapping me to my job and like keeping me stuck. And there was just so much resentment and like kind of this low vibing energy around this house that like I didn't make the effort to make it my own. Now my ex was super happy, like, oh, we got a home, and he just started decorating and doing things, and I just kind of allowed it because I was like, oh, I don't, you know, like I didn't really had the energy to invest in it. Like I was just in survival mode. And so now that he has left and his stuff is slowly moving out, he still has a lot of stuff here, but you know, we're talking, we're trying to keep this neutral, like as drama free as possible as it can be with breakups. But I'm making this more my home. And so that's why I bought a bunch of plants, because I just was looking at like my TV. Underneath my TV was like blank. I was like, there's nothing there. Like it looks boring. Went on Pinterest, saw a bunch of plants. I was like, I just want fucking plants. Yeah. So I bought some plants, and the spare bedroom where I usually record, I'm going to be painting. So I actually picked a color already. Yay. But I have to primer the walls because it's this kind of cinnamon color, like this wall. I have to primer the walls. I actually have to take care because my ex had a bunch of stuff on the walls. So there's a bunch of like holes. So I have to, whatever it is, patch it before. And so that's probably my next project, to take care of that room and start making it looking like my own. And in the meantime, and things like that I can't paint or do, I'm buying plants and like just little by little, just kind of making it more my own, which is exciting. Like I was really excited to buy plants yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I spent like almost an hour in Home Depot just looking at plants, and I
love
saw
it.
plants on sale on Costco. I want to go to like a nursery because I also want plants in my bathroom. Like I just want plants everywhere. I don't know why I want
love
plants.
it.
Like, I usually kill plants. I
They're
hope
very grounding.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I don't kill my plants, but I just want plants everywhere
I love
because
it.
it looks good.
Yeah.
You know, like I've
Yeah.
seen, you know, it just looks good, and it just it makes me feel good. So I'm excited for those projects, like these house projects. You know, little by little. So the first thing is just getting plants. Second thing is, you know, painting that other room. Then probably getting some furniture in there, and just kind of making it more like the space and more me.
Yeah.
Because I just don't feel like my personality
Yeah.
is in this home.
Mm.
Do I want to leave this town that I live in? Probably, but I can't right now because of my job is here, and you know, things will get figured out. But you know, do what I can do in the space that I have right now to just make it more me, and like be excited to just live life and look at my home and be like, oh my god, I love this about my house.
Yeah.
And right now I love my things under my TV. I have this little corner over here where I have this like little vase, and I got flowers for my birthday, so I cut up some of the big bouquet flowers in the little one, and I have like a plant, and then I put my crystals out there. So that kind of excites me. It's just like, oh, I get to do this. And
I'm so excited
you
for
know,
you.
like maybe, yeah, my social calendar is like painting my walls and doing things, you know?
Yes.
But, you know, I think that's good. Plus, it's like an extra workout.
Yes.
Okay? It's an extra workout. 'Cause
100%.
Operation Get Snatched, you know. every year. And my last high vibe is I found, and I'm going to do air quotes, I found a new artist.
Oh. Oh.
Leia, we talked
Yes.
about this. So I believe I don't know how it's pronounced. So it's spelled QVEN.
Queen.
It's just pronounced Queen.
Mhm. It's just the
Yeah,
way she's
but
spelling it. Yeah.
Yeah, but she puts a V instead of a U.
Yeah.
So it's Queen Herbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I found her because there's this guy on Instagram that I follow, and he's like spiritual, but he also like writes music and does rap songs, and his name is Charity. I think he goes like his Instagram handle is like Charity Off or something like that. And he had wrote a song, and it had dropped, and he was promoting it. And it's called Corella, but it's like a really catchy song because it like starts off like, I'm a bad bitch, you know. Like it's a fun song, and I was like loving it, and I was starting to play that song like on, you know, my phone, and then I opened up TikTok, and this one girl's like, oh, giving me like, let's do this, inhale, exhale, and then like she had like an affirmation. I was like, oh, that's really good. And then I noticed the name said Queen Herbie, and I was like, oh, that's the girl that sings Corella. So then I just like got all these songs, and like she was like, she kind of reminds me of like Gwen Stefani when she first went solo, but very sassy. Like her music's a little bit more sassy. Like she has a song called like Prada or Nada, or like if I had a dick, I would fuck myself. You know, like she's a little bit more like sassy and like if you're in a post breakup mood, it's perfect. It's perfect. There's one song that she's like, today I chose violence. I was like, fuck yeah, I love it. So she's sassy. And so then I went down like I was like, who is she? You know, like who is she? Because in one of her songs, she talked about like somebody calling her an old hag. And I was like, well, who is she? Because usually like new music's like younger people. And I found out she's like 36. And then I went down more of a rabbit hole. Ends up being that I've actually been listening to her for years under a different like group. So she was part of a group called Carmen, with her and I believe her now husband were in, and she did like, she raps. Like before she would do covers, it was like covers, and she would rap and like sing, and she like she was super talented. She has like
yeah.
a great voice, and she's like
Yeah.
really good at rapping. Like she was rapping Busta Rhymes songs.
Yeah.
And her husband would be like on the piano, but then I think at some point she switched to just being a solo artist, and her husband, like I think they're still married.
Mhm.
He's more background.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love her. You guys need to follow her on Instagram, because not only is she a phenomenal singer and like her music's fun, she also does like daily like affirmations and
Well, it's
breathing.
awesome.
Like she did one today, like, oh, breathe in, breathe out, oh, you know, like listen to this as many times. So she's just like feel good. Like her music's fucking sassy. She feels good. She's like matching my energy, and I was like, oh my god, I just want to be friends with her and I want to sing with her. Like, that's all I want to do. I don't know what I think her real name is like Annie or Anne or something like that, but who knows? She's sassy as fuck. She's my new best friend, but she doesn't know it. And I love her forever and ever and ever. So go check her out. It's Queen Herbie, but she spells Queen with a V instead of a U. And her song is called Cruella, and then there's the Abracadabra song, which is really fun, and Violence are like my favorite ones. Violence is definitely my favorite one. So that's the high vibes for me. I'm all over the place.
Love it, I love it, I love it. It's good times, man.
Yeah, that's our show for today. I
We
hope you
did a
enjoyed the shit show. My shit show. Now I feel like I'm in like a different like mood and could podcast for another hour, but we're already like close to the hour, so we gotta cut it off.
Word.
So until next week, guys, we love you.
Peace.
Adios.